you so much for clicking on my video. My name is Kirstin Goldie and I am an artist, illustrator and the author of the children's book series Tales of Huckleberry Hedge. In today's video I am going to be reading my third book of the collection Tales of Huckleberry Hedge, Thistle Thorns and Thunderstorms. So let's begin the story. Birds chirped loudly as the sun began to rise. This day brought sunshine with ocean blue skies. Huckle and his friends had awoken for the day. They were deep in discussion whether to venture or stay. You see, they wanted to travel to a faraway place, to enjoy a nice picnic with lots of green space. An idea they'd been planning for so very long. Huckle then chuckled, well, what could go wrong? The friends filled a basket with all they could cram, baked fruits and cakes with butter and jam. And once it was packed with all they could fill, the friends began their journey to the faraway hill. The friends reached the forest and looked up at the trees. They stood there so tall and swayed in the breeze. Perhaps we could take the long way around, Dumpling suggested as he looked to the ground. That would take forever, Orchard replied. You can't give up when you haven't even tried. I know we can do this, just think of the food, said Huckle as he took a step into the wood. Huckle's friends followed with Dumpling still wary, into the forest so tall and so scary. Even though the sunshine and daylight shone in, he remained unsure what was lurking within. See, there is nothing around that you should fear, Fig tried to reassure Dumpling the deer. Ouch! Cried Huckle with his voice out of tune. Maybe Fig the fox had spoken too soon. Towering over the scared forest friends were so many thistles with thorns on their stems. They looked like barbed wire, but more spiky and green, the most terrifying plant the friends had ever seen. How will we ever get out of this place? Said Dumpling the deer as his heart began to race. I knew this adventure should have never began. Then Fig the fox stood up with a tremendous plan. Dumpling, your antlers! They could help get us out. What on earth could Fig be shouting about? Use them to lift up the thorns from the dirt, so when we walk under, no one gets hurt. They all gasped in awe at Fig's amazing idea, and with that the thorns were lifted by Dumpling the deer. The friends were relieved to have all made it through, but then raindrops appeared, one drop, then two. I really do think we should all head back, Huckle said sadly as the sky let out a crack. The sky turned grey as the lightning bolt struck, and the ground turned brown as the rain turned to muck. I really don't think we can get through this storm. I want to go home where it's safe, dry and warm. It wasn't like Huckle to want to give up, but today it just seemed they were all out of luck. Under my wings, come and take shelter here, cried Orchard as he huddled his friends in near. The rain battered down, but they couldn't feel a thing. They were kept safe and dry beneath Orchard's wing. It wasn't too long till the thunderstorm stopped. From under Orchard's wings 3 forest friends popped. You're a genius, they smiled at their wise owl friend, and off they all set round the forest path bend. Finally they had reached the end of the wood, but what the friends saw next didn't look good. The storm must have flooded our path to the hill, said Dumpling the deer as the friends stood still. We will never be able to cross such a lake. Just think of all the effort and time it will take. Dumpling felt defeated as he went to turn around. Then Huckle announced what he had just found. It was one of Fig's fact books about rafting and boats. It was hidden in the picnic basket under the oats. I'm sure I'll find something that could help us out, said Fig as he scanned over the pages throughout. To make us a raft that's as strong as tough bricks, I'll need your attention and 2 dozen sticks. The friends obeyed Fig as they gathered the stuff, and not too long after they had a raft strong and tough. They hopped on the raft as it moved slow and calm. We are now one step closer to our pieces and jam. Licking his lips, Huckle thought of sandwiches and cake as the raft dropped them off on the other side of the lake. The forest friends walked up the high, high hill. They just couldn't stop smiling as it was all such a thrill. At last they had reached the perfect spot. The grass was green and the sun was hot. The view from the hill was just like a dream. It went on for miles over every hillside and stream. I am so very happy that we made it up here. With a cake-covered smile beamed Dumpling the deer. It was their happiest day despite all the bad luck, and it is the perfect reason why you should never give up. If you've had a bad day or things all seem too much, just remember this story of the friends in the muck. Huckle and his friends worked out how to get through. They never gave up, and neither should you.